And hello, 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 hello. What's going on, everyone? Hi, 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 hi. Welcome to another installment of Dishing Tea Entertainment and the Corona Chronicles, honey. What's happening with you all out there? We have a number of things that we're going to get through today, honey. I don't know how long I'm going to be talking. I'm trying not to keep these things so long because when folks come in the playback to listen, I want them to be entertained thoroughly. Yes, I need to shave. Look at all this. Look at this, child. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Oh, all that, child, is coming in all gray. The little facial hairs I got, child, comes in. It's all coming in gray. My beard just won't grow, honey. I figure by the time I'm 65, I'll have a full beard. You know what I'm saying? But yes, honey. Hello, hello. Oh, come on up in here, children. Come on up in here, babies, because we finna to have a real good time. I'm gonna shout you out right now. Hey, my baby Otis Mac, honey. Good set over there that you had, baby. I caught part of your set this evening. But before I go any further, let me say that today's show, I'm gonna shout out a sponsor because if you're here in Atlanta, I want you to get into Fourth Ward Originals. Tony, you see this? You see this here? This here is a squeeze bottle, honey. A wonderful, wonderful cocktail. This is a black-owned business, child. This girl, honey, listen, she goes by Squeezy BB Red, honey. Okay, Squeeze BB Red. Okay, listen. And she is a mobile beverage catering service. A mobile beverage catering service, honey. And I need for you guys to follow her. Wait a minute. Oh shit, I need my glasses. Hold on. Yeah, I'm 50 years old. I got to have my glasses now, honey. For reading, of course. So let me put on my little readers and things of that nature. But honey, I'm telling y'all, this one right here is the Peach Hennessy. She called this one the Sweet Georgia Peach Hennessy. And then she has another one that she does as well. Baby, when I tell you that this here is everything, child, and look at it. It comes so cute. And this little squeeze, little bottles. Mm, mm. Ooh, ooh, mm. And it's so that way, honey. And you see that it comes with its own little top thing. You get to close it off, and then you get to play. Take and have somebody taste it. They got to put their mouth all on it and shit, and just squeeze it. Mm. Oh, ooh. When I tell you this damn thing get me right together, and then look at this one. This one here. This one is the strawberry tequila. Oh. Now the tequila in here, see with her drinks, you taste, it's not watered down or anything like that. You taste all of the cocktail, and in every sip and everything that you do, honey, you are cocktail down. I'm telling you, you see how much is in this bottle, right? I only took just a little swig of it, honey, because, child, I'm telling you, you get one of these, honey, you can ride this all night. Okay, you can ride this all night long. Okay, Miss BB Red, honey, this is Fourth Ward Originals. She is a mobile beverage catering service, honey. So, for more information, I want you to follow her on IG and go Squeezes by BB Red. IG Squeezes by BB Red, okay? I want you guys to go and check it out. Can you see that? Wait a minute. Let me put that up in the camera. Is it focused? Okay. Wait a minute. Trying to get that to focus. Does it focus? It won't focus. That's all right. I'm going to put it in the comments, okay? Squeezes by BB Red. Follow her on IG. She's going to give you everything that you need to get. and things of that nature, the priceless and carrying on. If you are if you're here in Atlanta, I think she does a 5 mile radius, and she will deliver with a minimum order of $40. Okay, so yeah, and she has saturated gummies. She got cherries, bomb cherries, honey. You get your buzz on, baby. It is absolutely fantabulous, honey. Okay, all right. Now, I wanted to do that right away, honey, because I'm telling you, this cocktail is here. She is here and she's doing the thing, honey. And she's a black-owned business. And y'all know I love to support black-owned businesses. Okay? So now, there are a few things that I want to get into that has broken the news. And as you see, uh, how do I want to start this? First, let me start and pay homage and tribute to all of the people that we have just lost in the entertainment world. We've lost Roy from Siegfried and Roy. Oh, wait a minute. Shit. Hold on. Wait a minute. I've turned on my computer and I can't be listening to me and talking at the same time, child. Ha! Okay, that'll throw me off. But we've lost Roy from Siegfried and Roy, the two magicians with the tigers and stuff down in Vegas. We've lost him. We've lost Andre Harrell. We've lost one of my idols, Little Richard. I really wanted to play Little Richard in his story, honey, but they gave it to Leon. And if that's what Diana Ross felt like, honey, when she didn't get the role to play Josephine Baker, child, I could understand that feeling because I was slimmer then and carried on. I was working on wanting to do Little Richard and carried on, and I'm going to do live vocals. How about that? Because I had my wop babaloo bop down, honey, and all of that. But then when Leon had got it and carried on, I was like, oh my God, and carried on. But I've always wanted to play him. I wanted to meet him and things. I've talked to his daughter and all of that. But yeah, but he was one of my idols because Little Richard is rock and roll, honey. Little Richard is the architect, the originator, the emancipator, honey. He is the one who have really, 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 really gave it to these folks. And everybody who we're calling kings and queens and this, that, and the other of the rock and roll industry, they stole their acts from Little Richard. Okay, Elvis Presley, Pat Boone, Jerry Lee Lewis, it just goes on and on and on. But I'm saying those three names because everything about Elvis Presley, a lot of his original stuff, his hits, a lot of his stuff was Little Richard stuff. And then y'all know that Big Mama String Bean, honey, not Big Mama String Bean, Big Mama, oh shit, I can't call her name, Thornton, Big Mama Thornton, did Hound Dog first, and then all of that. Pat Boone was not a goddamn singer, honey. Pat Boone was not a singer at all. His entire career was on the back of remaking Little Richard songs. His entire career. Okay, so he had a career off of Little Richard. Jerry Lee Lewis, his whole entire act, his stage show was Little Richard. His entire stage show. The leg on the piano, playing the piano, shaking his hair, all of that was Little Richard. His entire show was Little Richard. So they got over on him, and I really believe, and I'm hateful with the Academy, with the Grammys and all that. Yeah, they gave him a Lifetime Award, but do y'all remember that year that they gave it to him? They didn't even put him on camera. They announced him in the audience and shit, and then and that was just horrible. And they really, 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 really treated him wrong in this particular industry. And then of course, Miami's calling her the mother of soul of Miami, the mother of Miami soul. Let's put it that way. We lost Miss Betty Wright, child. Okay, and that's hurting my feelings and things because Betty was just what Aretha did for soul music. Betty Wright came off as she was the mother of neo soul because she gave us that whole vibe. Without Betty Wright, there would be no Angie Stone, there would be no Erykah Badu, there would be no Jill Scott, there would be no Lauryn Hill. Betty Wright was just that woman who did all that. You understand? And to know that we've lost these children, honey, is just devastating. It is so devastating. It's such a blow, you know. And then here's another thing to think about, because we are in the corona. These are the Corona Chronicles. The thing of it is, we've lost all of these folks, and we're in this pandemic, and the folks can't even grieve. We can't, you know. They're only going to want 10 folks or no more than 10 people at the funerals and carrying on. What the, you know, what is that? You understand? Your entire family can't even come, and this and the other, and that there is troubling me. That's troubling me because I understand that we got to protect ourselves, but we're starting to get a little comfortable with this becoming a norm. And then those who want to fight the resistance and carry on, they're not fighting in the right way. You know, they're protesting, and in their protest, it's not doing right. It just ain't doing right. And oh, it just ain't doing right, children. And we got to do better. We've got to do better. We've got to do better. All right, let me say hello to folks, because I see folks that came up in here, and I need to say hi because I'm seeing names, child. My sisters that came up in here. Okay, Tony is watching. Raymond is, hey, Raymond. I said hi to Otis Mack. Daryl is up in here. Hello to you, Daryl. Cardell is here. Hey, Cardell. Hey, baby, how are you? Another Daryl is up in here. Charles is watching. Raymond is back. Otis Way. Hey. Okay, Lorenzo is up in here. Good evening to you, darling. How are you? Charles, are you going to sing Destiny's Child? No part. Well, do you want me to sing that? Not on here. I'm not going to do that here. Matthew is here. Kendall is here. Paris is watching. Hey, Paris. What's going on, darling? Okay, Walter is here. Everett is up in here. Tracy Quartermain, my sister. Okay, that it ain't about the nickel, the dime, or the motherfucking penny, bitch. It's all about that quarter. Hey, quarter, what's going on, sis? Okay, I know you holding it down back home, baby. You doing your thing, and carry it on. I need you to go check out April's page if you haven't already. April, she done got videos up there, child, of everybody. Child, April, go look at April's page, child. Rashid then came up in here. Hey, baby, what's going on with you? Let me take another swig of this. Ooh. This is that sweet Georgia peach, honey, from 4th Ward. 4th Ward originals, baby. Oh. Now, let's get into the meat of this. Lorenzo, you say, what loved you on the panel? No fats, no films. Thank you, baby. And what we're going to do, I'm going to do a follow-up show to that on my panel, because there's a lot that did not, that we couldn't, you know, we just didn't have enough time to get into it the way that we wanted to, or whether I wanted to, because we had a panel of people. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to revisit that topic. I'm going to shorten the panel, maybe have me and maybe 2 or 3 other people, and that's going to be it. And then we're going to take questions and carrying on from everybody else. But we're going to get down. So I'm going to revisit that, okay? And things of that nature. So now let's get into it, because I titled today's, this particular chronicle that I don't want justice. I want fucking action. Okay? I don't want justice. I want action. Okay? And there's a number of things that have come across my desk. The biggest thing, of course, is understanding this heinous murder of AHMAUD ARBERY. Okay, that's a murder. It is a murder. It is a motherfucking murder. You understand me? And those cops, or ex-cops or whatever, need to burn. I don't want justice. See, when we went seeking for justice, you see what justice done for us when George Zimmerman got off. Why? Because that was justice. They found a loophole in the law. Okay? And justice was served. It was served cold. And that motherfucker got off. That motherfucker sat down there and he went on a motherfucking tour. And they had those children who are white supremacists and white separatists, and those who supported that racist bullshit, had him signing bags of Skittles and shit. You understand? That's what justice did. Justice let that motherfucker sit down there and have the audacity to sue Trayvon's parents. That's what justice did. You understand? I don't want motherfucking justice. Okay? I don't want justice. I want retribution. I want action. Because these motherfuckers need to pay. Okay? They need to pay. And it is proven that that is flat out murder. We got tape and everything, and I'm saying it like that because sometimes we get folks who end up having to take the fall for somebody else, and it is alleged or whatever, or circumstantial evidence that gets them into harm's way. That's not what this is, sugar. This here is, we saw it. You understand? We saw it. And then on top of it, for anybody who wants to sit down there and to debate that, you lied about your motherfucking story. Bitch, that means you was covering this up anyway. You lied about it, you covered it up, and then on top of it, you sat down there, y'all waited 2 months. Catch this. Now, the guy who videotaped it, okay, I'm having issues with him because they need to come up with, hurry up with this investigation because it's not sitting right with me. You want to play the martyr and say, oh, I was videotaping this just because out of good conscience or whatever. No, because it is said that you helped them block him in. You were the one to help block this man in because you believe like they did that he was robbing somebody. But the videotape shows you can't rob anything that was not a structure. It was under construction. It had no doors. That wasn't no breaking and entering. That was a free space. That was not breaking and entering. Here's something else. Okay. They said that they were performing a citizen's arrest. You are a former cop. You know what the fuck the protocol is for a citizen's arrest. A citizen's arrest is something similar to what we as security officers do. Okay? The only time I could put you in handcuffs, damn it, is if, number one, I'm authorized to do it, and that my company's going to have my back. And number two is if there is bodily harm. If you come up against me and I'm telling you, okay, wait a minute, so I can detain you, but yet you want to attack me, I can physically defend myself and I can put you in handcuffs then if I'm on a job that gives me handcuffs. I can handcuff you then. You understand? Because, see, now the stakes have changed. But they're saying they were trying to make a fucking citizen's arrest. No, you did not. Because a citizen's arrest, you do not have the authority to hold someone at gunpoint to make a citizen's arrest. Because you cannot force nobody to stay any goddamn where. You have no authority. You understand? You have no authority. You then become a paid snitch or just a snitch of the neighborhood if they decide to move off. Officer, he went that way. He got on this, he got on this, he got on this. You understand? And as the law said in the reports, they said, in order for you to make a citizen's arrest, you have to have seen exactly what the crime is. You understand? You have to have seen that. Okay? So, for that, what the hell is you doing, honey? And you're a former cop. This is something, honey, no, you've been on the force for umpteen years. 30 or whatever. You retired. See, that's the thing. You retired. So you've been doing this too motherfucking long not to know what the hell this is. This was flat out murder. It was flat out murder. If they sit down there and claim, you can't even claim self-motherfucking defense because you was getting your ass whooped. You can't even claim self-defense, goddammit, because you came on here with a gun. Y'all pointed a goddamn gun at him and it's saw in the video, he was whooping that ass. Okay? Trying to fight for his life. And they took his life. How dare you? How dare you? And then you waited. Here's the part that gets me. Because the guy who videotaped it, the lawyers The ARBERY's lawyer said that the police officers had the tape from day one. Way back in February, they had the goddamn tape. And I want to make sure I stress that, because a lot of people think that the guy held on to it and just, trying to miraculously do that. No, the lawyer came out and said that the police had the tape all the damn time since it happened. But when they reviewed it, they sat up there and said that it was justified. They said the shooting was justified. How about that? So who did what kind of investigation? They just swept that under the motherfucking carpet. I have a problem with that. No, I don't want justice. I want motherfucking action. I want action. You understand? I want action. I want action. We need accountability. We need responsibility. We need this shit done. Oh, darling, we need this done. I don't want to hear no temporary insanity. I don't want to hear about no motherfucking post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't want to hear none of that. Because you articulated that he fit a description of somebody you thought was burglarizing shit. Then you sit up there and said that the comment was that something at their house is what was burglarized. Somebody had broken into a car or something. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you what else is pissing me off about this. Y'all know, anytime we have these kinds of things, why is it that the media? See, this is why I want to interview a reporter. I want to interview somebody like like a David Muir or a Katie Couric or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? I need to interview a Gayle King or somebody like that. Somebody on that national platform, because see, this is what I want to know. Especially on these local stations. What the fuck is it that y'all want to go back and now y'all investigating this young man, telling us he did steal something when he was a teenager. What the fuck does that have to do with anything here? Are y'all trying to establish something? See, this is what my problem with all of this is, that now you're trying to sit up here and put a case together in the public eye for this to play out in the media, so that everybody can form their own opinions. Because see, then what you do is that you taint the people to where there won't be a fair judge. See, when you go to try to pick for jurors and carrying on, if the people coming in already tainted because of what's already in the media and in the press and carrying on, they can't come up in there with a rational motherfucking mind. They can't do it. And here's something else. And see, my girlfriend Flame, my sister Flame Monroe, she said this in her coffee time. And I agree with this 5,000%. If you are going to do a background check on the victim, okay, you better do a motherfucking background check on the 30 years this man been a motherfucking police officer. Because I guarantee you, this ain't the first time. You understand? I guarantee this is not the first time that this has ever been done. Or he killed somebody and is swept under the carpet. I don't care what race it was, black, white, Puerto Rican, Mexican, whatever. I don't care what race it is. I bet you dimes to donuts, child. This is not the first time that he has killed somebody and it got swept up under the carpet. You understand? Did you hear what I'm saying to you? Did you hear what I'm saying? So if we go make this fair, then let's make the playing field fair. Okay? Make the playing field very fair. Okay? Because I have a major problem with this. I have a real strong problem with this right here. Fuck justice. I don't want goddamn justice. No, don't give me justice. Because see, justice means that, did y'all see that they had a Facebook page up? They had a Facebook page up that was supporting these children, the father and son. Okay, and in order for you to read the comments, you had to join the group. It has since been erased because I was trying to go see what it was about because I wanted to see the comments. But at the time, it had 885 members in it. Okay. 885 people. They have started a GoFundMe. I think it's either GoFundMe or Indiegogo or Kickstarter, one of them. They just started a page to pay for the legal fees for these folks. You understand? So whether you believe in the law, whether you are one of these children who believe in the status quo of the system, whether you're one of these children who believe in the whole idea of systematic racism and white supremacy and white separatism and white nationalists and carrying on, if that's your stance, the rest of us need to understand what we're up against, because, child, they're going to sit down there and support this. Now, I bet you dimes to donuts again that a lot of them children are NRA people. And see, let me go here, because I want to talk to you gun owners. I want to talk to you motherfucking gun owners. And here's the thing that I'm with. See, it's times like this where I need for you to raise your motherfucking voice. The same way that you fight for the Second Amendment, about folks want folks to take your goddamn guns from you, I need you to be just as vocal when you got motherfuckers who blatantly sit down here and abuse the privilege of having a goddamn gun. Why are you not as vocal about that as you are when when you feel that your Second Amendment right is being challenged or threatened? Huh? Where are you? Where are you, NRA, to say we don't condone murder? We don't condone this. We say responsible gun ownership. Where are you with that? Huh? Where are you with that? And here's something else I want you to consider, because, see, I had a police officer do this for me. And this is, I want you to get this. I want you to get this real well. We keep saying that we want folks to have better training. We want the police to go through better training and understand this and understand that, right? How come you couldn't shoot him in the leg? Why did you shoot to kill? And this, that, and other. Do you realize, for those of you who go to a gun range, and I never have, I've never gone to a gun range, but I've seen a target. I've seen targets. No, that's not true. I have been to a gun range. I just never fired a gun. I've seen the targets. Nowhere on a gun range is a motherfucking target a full body target. Everybody who was taught how to use a goddamn gun is taught how to kill. Motherfucker, you are taught a three-sun mass shot. Everything on a damn shooting range, honey, is an upper torso. It is waist high. There are no legs. There are no arms. It is waist high. It's a fucking chest and a head. Anybody who goes to a goddamn gunner, you are taught to kill. You are taught to shoot. You ain't taught to shoot to maim. You are taught to shoot to motherfucking kill. So now, for those of you who are my NRA supporters and carrying on, and those of you who say, don't fuck with my guns, and, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Well, motherfucker, you are trained to kill. Everybody is trained to motherfucking kill. So now what do you say about that in these particular instances right here? Because we don't know who the good from the bad guy when everybody got a motherfucking gun. So where is the accountability and the responsibility? Where are you gun owners who sit up there and say, damn, that's fucked up? Where are you with your motherfucking voice so you can sit down there and at least even out this goddamn playing field? See, I don't want to come at you and say that, because I don't believe that taking away all the guns and all that kind of shit is the answer, because it's not. Okay? It is not, because what you're going to do is like everything else. You're going to drive it underground. You understand? You will drive that under motherfucking ground, which means what the Saturday night specials are carrying on, like they used to call it back in the 70s. Get the gun and scratch off the serial number and all that bullshit. It can't be traced and all that shit. You understand? Where are you in this fight? Okay, where are you? Where are you good cops? And I know a few of them. I know a few of them because I work security. Okay, so I have to rely on police officers. Okay, I have to rely on them on my job. So whenever I have a problem, I don't need you to come up in here and, there are moments where When I have to call the cops, I would get children who sit up here, and when they come on the scene, they want to play badass, and because they got these blues on, now they got all this fucking authority. And there's a couple times, shout, to where I want to say, no, you know what, turn around and go back and send me somebody else, but I can't do that. You understand? And then, of course, when they're trying to assess the situation, now they said they're trying, they will, bully the authority and carrying on. And I say, okay, you know what? Let me leave this the fuck alone. Because, see, I know me, and I know I'm in my feelings, and I know this is me talking. You understand? So, but where are you, who are the good cops, to sit down there and to admonish this type of behavior? Huh? Where are you, good cops, who sit down there and know the weak links? You know the ones that's on that motherfucker because they got a score to settle with the high school bully. You know the ones that don't know how to, they scared of their own goddamn shadow and don't know how to assess a situation. You know the ones that will grab their gun before they grab their goddamn tasers. Huh? Talk about I'm scared for my motherfucking life. What happened to the hand-to-hand combat? They used to fight before they pulled their goddamn guns. Okay? So no, I don't want justice. I want motherfucking action. You understand me? I don't want justice. I don't want justice. And I need for everybody to understand that, because every time I hear that, oh, I want justice. No, the fuck you don't. You don't want justice. What you want is somebody to pay for your hurt. You want somebody to pay for how you feel. You want somebody to be made responsible for taking your loved one or for harming your loved one or whatever. Let's be honest with that. You understand? Let's be honest. Because it ain't justice that you want. Because every time justice is served cold, you get an attitude. Because that's not what you wanted. You understand? Even when justice is served, you feel somebody should have went to jail for the rest of their life and they got a light sentence of 3 to 5 when it really should have been a 10 to 15 or life. Yeah. No, justice what? No. Let me go to the comments and see what's going on up in here. Hold on. I'm going to go all the way back. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going back to Diamante has come up in here. Hey, baby. Lorenzo says, great. Charles is asking, is this alcohol? Yes, darling, I'm drinking alcohol. This is from Fourth Ward's Originals, child, here in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, this is a black-owned company, and this is the Sweet Georgia Peach. This is the Hennessy. Sweet Georgia Peach. In the squeeze, honey. See, it's a squeeze bottle, and they do come frozen as well, because you get a frozen squeezy as well. So, child, I'm telling you. Okay? What's up? Hey, Theo, what's happening, baby? What's up with you, cameraman? A light man, rather. Deshaun is up here. You telling the truth. It's pure racism. It has no choice but to be, darling. It's not just racism, honey. What we have here, it's more than racism. Okay? It's more than racism, because see, what we have here is folks who this is vigilante justice, folks who thinking they are above the law because he was a former cop. See, I want y'all to get that he's a former cop. He retired. You, as a police officer, they tell you once a police officer is always a police officer until you retire. An off-duty police officer still is entitled to sit down there and use his credentials. That's why you see folks who say, I'm a police officer, because they off-duty doesn't mean that the job stops. But when you are retired and you done gave up the shield, you gave up the shield and the weapon and said, I'm done, you are now a regular citizen. You don't have no power or nothing to make no goddamn citizens arrest with no fucking gun. Hello? Daryl said, you better say it. Mary is up in here. Hey, Mary. Yes. Okay, he asked again, is that alcohol you're drinking? Yes, it is. Daryl, you said, well, 2 shots in the chest and 1 in the wrist. Exactly. Okay. 1 in the wrist. Okay. Mary said, sir, please share my post about what white people can do to fight racism, because the time of sitting on the sidelines making excuses or turning a blind eye is over. Mary, you said that all motherfucking day, girl. See, this is where this is, because see, what we have to do, we have to realize and understand who our allies are, actual allies, and then you have to understand who the enemy is. See, there's a lot of white folks, and I don't want to get into the good white folk thing because you got the power to the people children who want to sit down there and say that the white folk are only doing this so that they can monetize their own causes. And you got some who do that. Okay? That's the comment I got to say. You got to understand your real allies from your associates and then those who don't give a damn. Because there's a number of folks out here who will join the fight, who want to sit down there and rally, but we got so many folks who are mad and angry to where we won't even let them in. You know what I'm saying? But part of letting them in is that they have to be the ones to talk to their own goddamn people. Because if this is a race thing, then it's going to become a screaming match. And we don't hear each other. You understand? A black person sitting up there trying to tell a white person or try to make a white person understand how we feel, that ain't going to work. It ain't going to fly. You understand? But a white person who sit down there and talk to another white person, you know, the conversation can at least be heard. Okay? Then they could go through all the name calling and stuff and being called nigger lovers and all that kind of shit because and then you will understand where everybody is. You understand what I'm saying? See, they have to come to the plate too and to the table. They have to form their own coalitions and things. See, I am one, and somebody said this earlier in another group I was in, that said, I am looking for the return of the Black Panther Party. Let me explain. See, under that guise, before the world tried to think that it was a terrorism group and carrying on, which it wasn't. What it was, we had a group of black folks who sat down there and organized. They organized, they strategized, they understood the law, and they were a self-sufficient entity. And they did not let any bullshit come into play. And anytime something that came down the pipeline to challenge it, they were able to challenge them because they knew the law. They understood it. You understand? Yes, they made some mistakes along the way, and every time they made a mistake, they went to go correct it. You dig? So this is something that we have to do. And one of the things that I thought was important, I learned this from the movie, and then I learned this listening to other people who talked about the party, and that there is, when white folks came and said, I want to become a Black Panther, they was like, no, we have to learn how to do this for ourselves. But here's what you can do. We need you to go to your people. And we need you to organize because we're going to need you. So there's going to be strength in the numbers of this thing. You understand? You organize and become our allies. Because see, this part of it, we got to learn how to do this for ourselves because this is internal stuff. This is housekeeping. You understand? Look at how you handle your house. Okay? How did you don't let nobody come from outside to tell you how to pay your damn bills, do you? You don't let nobody come in your house and tell you that, oh, well, you need to put your couch over there, child, and, oh, I would have did that. No, of course you wouldn't have did it like that because this ain't yours. See? But those who you allow in, your family, your friends, and those who you trust could come in and say, child, that's internal shit. And that's what the Black Panther Party did. And we need something like that to return. And not the bullshit of somebody trying to want a title or somebody trying to sit down there and put their ass on their shoulders and think, oh, because we this, it's supposed to mean something. No, that's not what this is. That is not what this is. We need organization and we need folks to be learned. You need to understand, understand all of the law. Okay? Because one of the things, if you pay attention, go back to understanding the Black Panther Party movement. Because there were gun laws on the books. But when them children was carrying guns on the streets, see, when they were carrying guns on the street, that's when California decided to change the law. And then they went up in there and made it a federal law and changed all the gun laws. You understand? Why? Because African Americans and black folks had guns too. And there wasn't nothing that they could do about it. They couldn't just shoot them down and say, oh, you got a weapon. No, they knew the law. All of you children who's sitting up there who are NRA supporters or NRA members or all of y'all who fight for the Second Amendment, what do you know about the law about that damn gun outside of the Second Amendment? I encourage you to understand the law. And don't just talk about this goddamn stand your ground bullshit, because that's bullshit. A lot of y'all use that out of convenience. Okay? It's out of fucking convenience. It's bullshit. Hold on. As Otis Mack would say, excuse my indulgence. That's my baby. Okay, so no, I'm going to constantly say that I don't want action. I don't want justice. Fuck justice. I want action. Okay? Now, let me go here. Because we have another person. Sean, what's Sean's last name? Y'all put Sean's last name up in here. Put Sean's name up in here. The young man, the 21-year-old, because AHMAUD was 25. Sean was 21. Okay? Now, whatever happened beforehand, or why the police were chasing him, or felt that they were following him, or whatever caused him to panic and had to put the car in park, we don't know that part. Okay? We don't know that part. We do know what we got on tape. And I don't care what the front story is. The front story does not trump the end story. Why? And many of y'all will say that on all of the tapes, but there are times where the tape is not real. I won't say not real. It's a snippet, and sometimes it don't tell a full story. This time it does. Why? Because the dude sat down and he got out the car. He told everybody, I'm somewhere. You could hear his panic in his voice. Somebody come get me. Come get my stupid ass. He got out the car and started running. Okay? As he was running, you heard the other officer. Now, and this time, and I'm told that this is a black officer that killed him. Okay? So see, yeah. Here we go. This is a black officer. Now, what is it that you did to where, because the guy said, fuck you, you took your taser out and you tased him. But the blast on the taser wasn't strong enough. And he got out of the taser. Then you say, oh shit. Then you go for your gun and you empty a motherfucking clip. Huh? That boy, I counted 14 rounds. 14 motherfucking rounds. I counted them. Because somebody wrote down it was 18. I kept looking at that. I said, I don't hear the other 4. I thought I was missing something. I counted 14 rounds that officer shot. Why? Now, it's bad enough you shot and you shooting to kill. You knew you were trying to kill that boy. You fucking knew it. That makes no sense. You understand? That makes no sense. I don't care. It makes no sense on nobody's part of the damn on part of the world. On no part of this continent does that make any goddamn sense. You understand me? I don't want fucking justice. No, I don't want justice. I want some motherfucking action. I want action. You understand? I want action. The fuck is that? Then the boy's live is still going. The phone is still going. Then y'all gonna get over the boy's body talking about something. Oh, well, look like he gonna have to have a closed casket with this one. Really? And then y'all start to chuckle a little bit. It wasn't. I thought it was an overt laugh. No, you could hear them chuckling and shit. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. Really? Really? And there's somewhere in there they were trying to make it seem as though he fired something. Because remember, they were trying to count the cases, and they said one of them was his, or one or two of them, a couple of them are his. And it sounded like they were trying to make it seem as though he shot first. There was no other shot. There was the one shot came. That was the taser. That was the taser. And then we get this damn barrage of motherfucking 14. Really? Really? And you want us to believe that you were afraid for your life and all this other bullshit? I'm sorry. Not for you to empty no goddamn clip. Not for you to empty no clip. What? What? I don't want justice, honey. No, it's time out for justice. I don't want motherfucking justice. Give me some action. Give me some action. And I'm sick and tired of motherfuckers being put on desk duty pending the investigation. No, you take their goddamn badge and you take their motherfucking weapon and you suspend them. On everybody else's job, they get a motherfucking suspension, don't they? No, we're going to suspend you for 3 to 4 days pending the investigation. No, you don't get motherfucking paid. You under investigation. The fuck is this? Why? And then police companies, and y'all say the police children, they constantly say that they over budget or whatever. They need more money to help this. Why? And where does the money come from for all these lawsuits? When y'all get sued and you lose, where does the money for these lawsuits come from? Because a lot of folks been getting, a lot of these damn places, they been getting hit. Okay. So what is that? I'm just not having it. You understand? I'm just not having it. Now listen, I'm gonna read y'all something because see, here's another case of something that done came down over the wire that happened last month. No, I'm sorry, this is May now. It happened in March. Catch this. Okay? It said a black woman was shot and killed after Kentucky police entered her home as she slept. Now here's the gaga with that. Catch this. The gotcha moment is these motherfuckers went into the wrong goddamn house to make an arrest on somebody that was already in motherfucking custody. How did you miss that? Huh? I don't give a fuck about anything else because this woman she and her boyfriend lived together. He is a registered gun owner. According to the article, they say the police officers were in plain clothes. Okay? Plain clothes, unmarked cars, and then now they're claiming that they knocked on the door, beating on the door, talking about police, police, police. The gentleman is saying that they didn't announce themselves. They didn't say that they were police. All they know is they woke up to strangers in their motherfucking house. So he took his gun, he fired, and shot one police officer, and then the rest of them riddled their goddamn house. They had 25 motherfucking shells up in there and killed that girl. Killed her. Why? Now they arrested the boyfriend and want to put him down talking about some assault on the police officer, with deadly force and all of that, bullshit. We would not be here if you had did your motherfucking homework and found out you at the wrong goddamn house. How do we miss shit like that? Huh? What? Police officers, and see, I keep asking for police officers to come on board, but I don't know why they won't come on board with me. Okay? And carrying on, I've asked my police officer friends, we haven't been to work in a while. So, but when I need to ask them, okay, how is it that you deal with this? Because of course, one of the responses that we get is, well, because we're here and they're there, there's always something that happen in other states and stuff. And they're like, okay, well, it could be the state municipalities are different and blah, 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 blah. Damn that. You are part of the blues, honey. Okay, it's whatever this is in this goddamn blue uniform. Do we need to change the color of this goddamn uniform or something? Huh? Do we need to change the color of it? Because whatever is going on, whatever these children put this goddamn blue uniform on, this goddamn silver, gold badge, or whatever color the damn badge is going to be, and put that gun on that hip, something changes. You understand? Something changes. And it's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's one of the reasons why I have not decided to go into law enforcement. Number one, I don't want to, because I just can't see myself living that kind of life and in that kind of danger on a daily basis on purpose. Okay. Number two, I know my temper. See, because I'm very parental, I don't have to tell you 2 or 3 times to do something. See, that would get on my nerves. Okay. And I know my mama and me would end up coming out. Miss Essie Lorraine, yeah, she would end up bucking up out of me. And I see myself doing it at work. I done told you to turn your music down. I ain't got to keep telling you no motherfucking bullshit. See, then I'm ready to whoop some ass, but I'm ready to beat your ass like a child. You understand? But I know that's my mama in me coming out. So no, I can't have nothing like that. I can't be in the place where I have this kind of power and position. And then you gonna put a gun on my hip too? No. And then on top of it, being openly gay, you gonna try to test me anyway because you think I'm a punk. And then when I have to whoop that ass, see, then it becomes, oh, you using excessive force and all that. I don't have time for all that. No, I don't have time for all that. Okay? I don't have time. So if I know that about me, everybody else should know that about themselves too, or at least they part of the process of them becoming police officers. My head is itching, Lord. Part of that process, got to shave. That's what it is. Look at all that. I've got to shave. Part of that process need to be they need to have somebody on the panel, on the selection panel. That's a psychologist or something. They got to have some kind of assessment. And I keep saying this, that police officers need to have ongoing mental health treatments, child. There's no way that you're on this job all this particular amount of time and you cannot debrief or decompress from all that you've seen. You understand? You have to be able to, because what happens is folks become desensitized to it. If all you see every day is going over to somebody's house because they done got shot, they done got stabbed, they done got this, they done beat up a child, they done raped a child, or raped a girl, or raped a boy even. Okay, if all you doing 24/7, or at least 8 hours of the day, is responding to those kind of calls, then yeah, you're going to become desensitized. And what happens if you happen to be too sensitive of a person and shit weigh on you? What happens when the killer did get away? Huh? What happens when the killer got away and got off? Then what happens? What happens to your psyche? You understand? How do you then move on from that to the next case without it tying over or rolling over? See, that there's some of the shit that we have to deal with. So police officers need ongoing mental health therapy. However, they'll tell you they ain't got it in the motherfucking budget, right? Whatever. No, I ain't having that. I am not having that. I don't want justice, babies. And you should neither. You should want motherfucking action. You should want fucking action. They need to know that they need to be held accountable. You understand? They need to be held accountable. They need to be held responsible and held for those kinds of killings and carrying on when it is proven beyond the shadow of a doubt. When it is proven that you have cold-bloodedly murdered somebody, child, listen, I'm not one to advocate the death penalty and carrying on because I believe that oftentimes that gets misconstrued and misused and the wrong people get caught up. But child, we need to do something. We need to do something, and I'm telling you, we need to do motherfucking something. Or I'm looking at the news. They got the mask. They done made masks with AHMAUD's picture on it. I want to buy one. And see, here's another thing that we need to start doing. Whenever we need to sit down here and get some financial freedoms and carrying on, whenever we need for these folks to rally for us, we need to be able to put $5 into the pot somewhere. I got 5 on it. You understand? We need to be able to finance these things because that's the other thing of how the criminals end up fucking winning. Because they end up getting the financial support that they need to get off. The lawyers and stuff, what? A case like this is a murder case. This is a murder case. And you're trying to go after the establishment, child. Do you know what kind of money it's going to cost to have this? Now, some of y'all may say, oh, they need to do this pro bono because why? No, this ain't no NAACP shit. Now, what we need to do is the NAACP need to help fund it. How about that? We as a community need to help fund it. I see they got the mask and carrying on with their face. I want one of those masks, and I don't like wearing them damn things. I know that. But I would buy a mask. I would buy the t-shirt that say run with Maud. Okay? Let's buy a t-shirt or whatever so that you can show support so that the family can raise that damn money. Okay? That they need to have a decent financial footing to get these motherfuckers in jail so that it stick. You understand? That's the other part of this that we need to talk about, and that is financing us, building that base so that we can have resources to turn to, so that when shit like this go down, there's a pot there, there's a kitty there. You understand? If the family do it, wait a minute, hold on, while I got y'all on here, because I want one of those run with Maud shirts. When I saw that, I said, And if they're not selling them, honey, then I'm going to have to get my nephew to make me one. Hashtag run with Maud t-shirts. Hold on, y'all, because I'm typing this in, and I want to see if they got t-shirts. Okay. I'm seeing them here, but I don't know who's doing it. That's design. Okay, design your own. What is this? Justice for AHMAUD. This is off of tpublic.com, but I want to see who's doing this because I want to make sure that this is going into the right fund, honey. Now I got to make sure this is going into the right motherfucking fund. Okay? Because y'all know how we do. We'll sit down here and want to do the bootleg t-shirts and shit, and then we end up taking the coin and not doing what we supposed to do with the money and shit. That ain't no good. Ain't no good. I don't see where this is going. I don't know where this is going. I need to see. It doesn't say who doing what with these shirts. But this is TeePublic. Okay, right now I don't see it. I'm gonna have to go to the website and things that are that are doing the thing, child, because I need to know what's going on. But we need to sit down here and we need to get this done, child. Now, this is an independent person. No, the person who made this design, honey, he's selling his own shirts. No, that's not why I want this to go. That's cute, no. Okay, thank you, sweetie. But no, and then they out of Indo-fucking-nesia. Look at the what? Oh, girl, girl, bad. Oh no, hell no. And they got cute little designs too. See, that's the whole thing. They got cute little designs. No, no. I want the ones that's going to the family. We want the t-shirts that's going to the family to support this cause. You understand? Those are the shirts those are the shirts we want. Those are the goddamn shirts that we want. Okay? No, don't y'all better not buy. And I know the designs. You better not. You better make it your goddamn self, honey. Don't you sit down there and buy this, baby. That would upset me. Now I can't tell you what to do with your money, how to spend your own money and your own coin, but that will upset me. If we gonna do it, honey, then let's do it so we can put the money in the kitty so that these folks can fight to make sure that these bastards go to goddamn jail. You understand? That's what this. See, we got too much to do. We got too much to do. We got too much to bring up in here. Okay, and to talk about and to discuss and to lay this on down. But no, I don't want justice. And in fact, that's gonna be my t-shirt. I don't want justice. I want action. I don't want justice. I want action. You understand? That's my hashtag. I don't want justice. I want action. We need, oh, babies. We need to get this together. We need to do it right. Now, I had a whole list of stuff that I wanted to go over because I haven't talked to y'all in a minute. I was supposed to be coming back talking about hashtag Black as Fuck, you know, the Kenya thing on Netflix. It was a couple other things that I wanted to talk about in this, but right now, this is my passion piece right here. Because this here, I swear to you, this here is it's rocking my soul because I just can't. I just can't. And here, the governor, now I'm gonna say this, and I do believe that we have to look at this because I believe that this is taken out of context. Okay. But at the same time, the picture exists. Our governor, Governor Kemp, there's a picture of him with the father, okay, all hugged up and carrying on, and what is it? He got a hat on. What's the hat? I think he's a Trump supporter or whatever the case may be, and things of that nature. Well, okay, if you're a Trump supporter, that means you're in that Republican Party or whatever. Now, I truly believe that this picture is being taken out of context because, of course, that picture was a long time ago or whatever. Or maybe recently, because Kemp is the governor. I think it said Governor Kemp on the picture, but nonetheless, it happened way before this particular incident, so we cannot judge them for this particular thing. Okay, wait a minute. Do I have other comments? I'm sorry, I didn't. Let me go to the comments and see what's going on. Who else that came up in here? Dominic is up in here. David is up in here. Daryl, you said the man was on CNN tonight who owned the construction site. His lawyer has his lawyer. He talking like a mockingbird. Yeah, because they don't want to be sued. See, the construction site is like, well, no, we not the ones to sit down there and say anything. They're saying that they were nowhere near anything of that nature. And then the video showed that the guy just came in like we all are. When you go to a construction site or whatever and see a house, what we do, we use, with your nose and you go in to see what it's looking like and carrying on, how they building and things. I know for me, I go up in there because sometimes they leave tools and stuff around. I'm like, who left this shit out here like that? And then I look to see if there's a telephone number so you can call them. Like, do y'all know y'all left these tools out in the open like this? So that they can understand that. Now, that's what I do. Now imagine that. Now, I'm 6'4", 365 pounds. I got to lose to 60. Okay. Imagine that. Me just walking up in there, and then you see me on my phone because see me looking around trying to find a phone number because you don't know what my intentions are. Okay. But hell, I talk out loud a lot of times. When I'm in places like that, I end up talking out loud so that it echoes and folks can actually hear me. And so it's nothing misconstrued. Yeah, I do. And I know it's crazy or whatever, but hell, part of that is my protection. Like, even when I'm walking down the street and I'm walking behind somebody and they may be on the phone or not paying attention, I holler out, hey, I'm right behind you. So that they don't get startled or whatever, because, sometimes folks will get startled and knock the shit out of, because you done walked up on them or whatever. And no, that's not it. I'm walking down the street, you in my motherfucking way. Okay? Or whatever, because you decide to stop and not paying attention. No, that's not cute. Ziggy is up in here. April is up in here. Anthony is up in here. Stanley done came up in here. Dominic, you say what? Why are we always waiting for a savior instead of being the saviors? I'm just asking in reference to the Black Panther comment. I'm going to tell you why, Dominic. It's not so much as we looking for the savior. That's the whole point of restarting the party so that we can become our own saviors. Do you realize that the Black Panther Party was about self-policing and carrying on so we could take control of our own shit? That's what the hell this is. We have to organize. The whole idea about that is to organize so that we can have some sense of commonality. Right now, everybody's too goddamn independent. And nobody has a clear train of thought. Nobody is sitting up there is organizing or rationalizing anything in order to sit down there and say, hey, this is it. We are in a very, very selfish world. As long as my house is together, then I'm okay. And that's cute. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But what happens is if everybody becomes so individualized, when shit like this happens, we don't have the solidarity to say, hey, let's get up and let's do this. That's what this is. And no, this is, and see, I want you, and see, when you say looking for the savior, because this ain't about looking for the next Martin Luther the King, or the next Malcolm the X, or the next Jesse the Jackson, and carrying on. This ain't about looking for the next. This here is empowering us so that we can say we are our own. If we didn't learn anything from them, we should have already been in training to be the one to step up to take the plate. Hell, they old as hell. Jesse and Al Sharpton ain't got no business coming down here doing shit. You understand? Because they should have groomed somebody else to sit up there and take the helm. And then on top of it, they too old to be in front of the goddamn cameras anyway. Because right now, a lot of they shit is everybody thinking they coming just to be in the cameras anyway. Where is everybody else? See, Black Lives Matter is getting a bad rap. Because a lot of that, the organization, the leadership is fucked up. Because they got rogue Black Lives Matter folks already. You know what I'm saying? Folks are sitting up there not agreeing and don't want to do shit in an orderly fashion. Everybody want to act and react on emotions because they got stirred up. They're ready to fuck some shit up. That's not the way to do this. Now, there's a time for it, yes, but right now we can't go down there bursting out windows and carrying on because, see, that's going to bring more gun violence because now you're reacting with violence to begin with. You're reacting, emoting violence. No, we have to come down here and put the pressure on them. But in our pressure, we have to make sure we let them know, bitch, yeah, you going down. You going down, but bitch, if you buck, I'm a buck right back with you. Okay? That's what we have to do. Okay. Some only know the front two lines. Okay. Colin is watching. Mary, you said what white people need to get over the notion that black people want or need to talk with them about race. You are completely correct that white people need to talk to other white people. Wait a minute, it went continue, so hold on. Start with those closest to them. We all need to be willing to do the work that more than likely will not come into fruition in our lifetime. You may have a point there, Mary. You may have a point there, okay? Dominic said, this is a long conversation. When my ex would come home, he would literally zone out from the force. He said he just don't want to talk. He don't want to think or talk about it. Their psyche is damaged. So, okay, so wait a minute, you said your ex will come home. He would literally zone out from the force. Okay, so he was a police officer. And see, here's the thing. This is why I'm saying that they need mental health. Ongoing mental health issues and mental health therapy sessions and carrying on. They need therapy because it becomes draining. It becomes taxing. There is no way that you cannot separate your emotions from that particular kind of job because there's no way to be robotic in that. Just like with an EMT. Okay, an emergency medical response person, honey. You cannot sit down here and not get your emotions involved. And you got somebody bleeding from the neck and you sitting there trying to make sure they're alive. No, you can't separate no emotions from that because your adrenaline is pumping. You're already in the situation. And then the idea of, thank God I made it home tonight. You understand? There's crazy motherfuckers out here everywhere. And they got to come home. The goal is when I leave out of my house, the goal is to come home. That's the goal. Now, if everybody had that same thought, not just police officers, not just EMTs, not just firemen, not just doctors and nurses, okay, and anybody who's considered to be a frontline person now, because now, see, I'm having a problem with that too, because nurses and doctors and things have always been frontline folks. The cashiers at the grocery stores have always been frontline folks, because anytime the policy change, they the ones who get all the cussing out and carrying on. They the ones who get the brunt of the anger that the public feels. See, when it's corporate, it's the company that sit down there and did this. Hell, you can't fault me for doing my goddamn job. But at the same time, I feel you, baby, because shit, hey, you know, I understand too. Because shit, if I was on the other side of this motherfucker, I'd be mad too. I'm a security officer, so I know what I am at work, what I have to do to sit down and enforce what the hotel policy is. But I know when I'm a civilian and security sit down there and look at me all crazy, I know damn well what it feel like. Cause shit, I get mad as hell. Okay, going to the in the airport, I got to take my goddamn belt off. Do you know if the belt is on here for a reason? This ain't for decoration. Here, this is to hold these pants up. You understand? So yeah, okay. Joseph McRae is up in here. Michelle is up in here. Good. Hey, little sis, how you doing, baby? Charles, I'm going to hug you when I see you. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Dom, you say yes. He was on the force. He's a lieutenant. Okay. So see, that's what I'm talking. And then he got rank. So see, now he has rank. He got subordinates and carrying on. That means he's training new officers and stuff all the time. You got rookies and all that out here trying to prove a goddamn point and make a name for themselves, you know, on the force and this, that, and the third. Charles, there's a lot with that. So I'm sure by the time he got home or whatever, he don't want to talk about the job. But at the same time, there's bullshit like this to where, no, baby, I don't need you to be silent. If you are one of the good cops, this ain't the time for you to be goddamn silent. Even if you're not one of the good cops, I need to hear from the bad ones. I need to hear from those motherfuckers. I need to hear why they think the way that they think, so that we can sit down there and try to map out some kind of course. Because perhaps they may have a point to a point. You understand? Everybody's not wrong. It's just that we got to learn how to see shit from their perspective and then navigate around it and be like, you know what, hey, I hear where you are. But you can't go around going through life like this, because this is the after effect. And then you find out who really don't give a fuck. Because you have those officers that say, you know what, fuck that shit. I'm here to get the paycheck and that's that. Here, I got my gun, motherfucker, you buck up, I'm gonna knock shit out you. That simple. Okay. Then you got folks who deal with folks like me. Like I said, I'm 6'4", 365. Okay. Now, at any given moment, if I heave because I done got mad and my chest go up, you gonna think that's an aggressive move. You know, so now what do you do? Oh, this is a big motherfucker. I don't feel like fighting. Or if you got a Napoleon complex, for those who think, oh yeah, come on, because I like taking big motherfuckers like you down. Okay. Or the body beautiful ones, the ones that work out and carry on, that think that they so motherfucking masculine that they can handle anything. And they ready for a fight? Yeah. Okay. What is that? What is that? See, this is why shit like this is why the good cops got to come forward. They got to band together. See, we got this thing of black versus blue and carrying on. And that's not cute. That is not cute at all. Nowhere near cute. Nowhere near cute. You understand? This is why we have to band together somewhere. And I know, you know, you always hear unite. We got unity in the community, or we got to come together. All those are cute little sayings, and all of that stuff becomes cliche. But somewhere in there, we have to galvanize. We got to organize, so that it can make some sense. And it's not going to make sense until we get those who seem to be protecting this bullshit to come to the forefront. You understand? Look at this. Let me put it to you like this. How many of y'all know that, felt a certain way whenever something go down, and let's say your neighbor's child broke into your house, and you know they did it because they on camera. And you go to your neighbor with the footage and be like, listen, this is what your son did. And yet they sit down there and do everything in their power to protect their son. Are you mad at them for protecting their son? Or are you mad at them because they didn't want to sit down there and automatically, jump to your side? Huh? So can we fault these folks for wanting to protect something? We can't fault them for that. But what we can fault them for is not willing to sit down there and say, hey, we got to do something about this. Don't sweep this under the motherfucking rug. This is why with the good cops, we cannot sit down here and allow that. You know your internal shit. You know what's going on in your precinct and in your division. You already know. So we need y'all to come and stand with the people so that the people can rebuild the trust in the cops, because these motherfuckers are taking over. It's the bad cops that sit up there working on the reputation of cops all over the country, because it is coming across that way. It is coming across that way. So now I'm telling you, all of you who know police officers, those of you who know, I'm just going to say law enforcement, because I'm going to say that with the military too. Because a lot of the military children, particularly those who have post-traumatic stress disorder because you've been in a war zone, which is what they're saying to 21-year-old Sean. They say he had PTSD. Okay, which is why he was nervous and stuff in the car. They said that he suffered from that. So perhaps he was having an anxiety attack when shit got heavy. He had to pull over and just knew to run. You understand? So we have to sit down here and advocate for this. But I'm telling you, I don't want justice, baby. I do not want fucking justice. This here, that was a killing. What about the little boy, the 14-year-old? Did y'all see that video a couple weeks ago or so? The officer had the 14-year-old boy, had his chest in his knee in his chest, trying to handcuff him, but all he doing was punching that boy. Punching him. He already down. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. And he punching that boy like that. Just beating that boy. For what? Did y'all see the other one? There's one here. It's going around on Facebook. Okay, and I'm mad about that. Here's another thing I'm pissed off about. I said, I don't want justice. I want action. Why is it that whenever somebody starts filming that the police want to jump in front of the camera, or you think that you're supposed to take somebody's motherfucking phone? That ain't your place. No. Everybody, you need to know your rights. As long as you're not interfering with the arrest, you have to remain at least 6 feet away from it. And you have to not interfere with the arresting process. You can film anything. You can film that. That's part of your right. You understand? And why do we have police officers? Do we see that all the time? They sit up there. The guy, he out the car. He got his hands behind his head. They rushed him. The police rushed him and said, put your hands up. The boy, he was already up, had his hand interlocked behind his head. The one officer ran and gave him a drop kick in his back. In his fucking back. And the boy, of course he jumped and all of that. And when he turned around, he had that particular thing like, what the fuck? And then they bum rushed him. Of course they did that because shit, they was ready to shoot his ass. You understand? They did that on purpose to get a fucking reaction so that they could have used deadly force. Could you imagine that? Your body is going to make a reflex move on that anyway. Something happens like that, and then out of a reflex, they decide to shoot you, talking about something, you not being compliant. But here's where it got funky. The other officers, that he had the girl in the car, they go over to the car because she's filming. Go over to the car, get her out the car, and now he all in her camera trying to block her from filming. And every time she moved, he moved with her following the camera. So you could take whatever you want, but no, just stay right over here because this ain't got nothing to do with you. And she's like, but he didn't do nothing. No, he's not. He's just not complying to our wishes and things. And just all in her camera. She put the camera up, he moved. Every time she moved, just stay right here, just stay right here. She tried to walk back to the car. He wouldn't let her go back to the car. What the fuck is that? Huh? What is that? That does not make any fucking sense. You understand? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't want justice. I want motherfucking action. All them bastards need to go down. Every last one of them need to go down. You don't need to be on the force. You do not need to be on the force. You do not need to be on the force. You understand? Now, here's something else to consider, too. Because I know the vice cops and the 5-0 cops and all that kind of shit, those who are heavily into the streets, I know they dance to a different beat. See? The plain clothes and shit, they dance to a different beat. You know, because now they got to keep their ear to the streets and shit. So, you know, okay, their tactics may be a little different. So they may rough you up a little bit and call that. But no, that ain't cute. That there ain't cute. You understand? So where do we draw the line? Where do we get in here? Because the police officers, remember when all this shit was first started, when all the police officers and all the boys were getting killed and carrying on, and they started this whole new thing talking about Blue Lives Matter too. And all the ones, and these are, and it started out of all of the ones trying to protect the police officers who were involved in all of those particular shootings and killings of all of our babies. Okay, so they come banding together, talking about some Blue Lives Matter too, and go get T-shirts and shit. And I was like, wait a minute. Then what was it? Hands up, don't shoot. And they had a T-shirt that countered that. I'm talking about some what was it? Obey the law, something. It was something about, you know, don't get shot. You know, if something you won't get shot. Something like that. Go look that up. Because I can't, but they had their own little T-shirts and carrying on, trying to be in support of those police officers who were under investigation, who some of them still have not been prosecuted. So no, I don't want justice. I don't want motherfucking justice. You understand? I want action. And you should want action too. Because see, imagine this. This here was this woman's baby. We just had a Mother's Day, honey. She could not even have a decent Mother's Day. And she could not grieve her child because her son's birthday was just had. He just had a birthday. But they let this shit sit for 2 months. 2 months. And we heard about it. See, this is the thing. We heard about it. But we didn't have no video, whatever. So, and we heard about it and carrying on. I was like, oh, shit. And nobody jumped on it. Now that this video surfaced, now it's everything because we see what's going on. See, all of this shit. We need to be furious. We need to sit down there every day until you hear that these motherfuckers have been prosecuted. We need to make sure that we, number one, and let me say this, make sure we ask for the facts and make sure that we ask for action and not just justice. And I'm saying that because there are some times where some of the things that we see on television is not what it seems. Some people are taking a bad rap, or the way how the story is going or whatever, it may say one thing. And it may not be that face value. So we want to make sure we ask for the facts. Get all of the facts. Get them all. And then demand for justice. So that we can hold everybody fucking accountable. We need to hold these babies accountable. Hold these bastards accountable. And make them pay for their responsibility. I don't want justice. I don't want justice because see, you can buy justice. Mafia do it all the goddamn time. You can buy justice, honey. I don't want justice. I don't want justice. I want action. Murderers, cold-blooded murderers, go to jail and or to the grave. I want action. I don't want justice. On that note, darling, let me wet my palate. Okay, I'm gonna have another swig of this sweet Georgia peach Hennessy squeezer. I like the little squeeze bottle. Isn't this just the cutest little thing, child? Okay. This alcohol infused. This motherfucker is just tasty. Again, y'all go hit up my girl Squeezes by BB Red on IG. Let me put that down here in the comments. Squeezes by BB Red. Is that 2 D's on there? R-E-D-D? Yeah. R-E-D-D. Go look her up on IG. Okay. Instagram. And go follow her there. And look at her price list and stuff. And yeah. Cute little squeeze bottles. Okay. Nice and portable. See? Got a little top and carrying on. You can share with your friends. And you get a cute little buzz. You see how much I drank of this already? It's not a lot. I mean, it is what it is now. But you can take one of these, honey. You can ride your whole night. Okay? You can ride your whole night with that and be love. Be love. Okay? Absolutely love. I'm going to take this other one and put it in the freezer. So it can become potent even more. So, yeah, there was that. But on that note, my darling, take and follow me. I'm going to put this also down here, follow me here, okay? Are y'all hip to Linktree? It's a housing app where you can store all of your social medias in one place. So if you give this particular, your Linktree, if you give your Linktree link, they can go there and then they can hit all of your links there. And instead of trying to find it, or you trying to sit there, go here, go to here and follow me on all of my platforms. Okay. Keep in mind, coming soon, and I'm going to do this within the next few days. For those of you who saw me with Craig the Writer and Derek J on No Facts, No Films on their platform over there on YouTube, I am going to be doing a follow-up show to that on my platforms. And we're going to sit down there and continue that conversation and go into some areas that I didn't get a chance to go into. And bring this discussion into a whole new realm. Okay. So pay attention, and if you follow me on Facebook and stuff, you'll know when it's coming up. But go there and follow all of my platforms and things of that nature, and do that. So, honey, this is Dishy T Entertainment, and this is this edition of the Corona Chronicles, child. Honey, I'm telling you, baby, I'm telling you, I don't want fucking justice. I don't want justice. I want action. I want accountability. I want responsibility. Make them pay. Make them pay. Okay, Charles, you done said that 3 times. I know you will protect me. You wanted me to say that out loud? I know you will protect me. I'm going to protect anyone and everyone. You know, I am a protector and things of that nature, you know, because I don't like anybody being bullied. And in a lot of cases, I think this is why I'm passionate about this, because I do believe that those in blue use their authority and they bully people. That gun becomes a weapon of mass destruction, child. That gun on their hip becomes a weapon of fear. Okay? And carry on. I mean, look at anybody who has a gun. Anytime somebody know they got a gun on their hip, what's the first thing they do when they run off at the mouth? They go grab their gun and then they want to challenge you. Oh, you ain't so tough now, are you? Huh? What the fuck you gonna do now? Bitch, I'll make you eat that motherfucker. If I'm in a state of I don't give a fuck, baby, we can rock and roll. Okay? I've done it before. I've done it before. I got robbed at gunpoint, honey. Didn't know it was a gun at the back of my goddamn head. I'm in the car. Boy put that gun up to my head, told me to empty your pockets. I turned around and grabbed it. What the fuck is this? I grabbed it. And it threw him off because he was like, oh my God, he grabbing my shit. He hit me with it, and that's what gave me my little days or whatever. But nonetheless, yeah, I sure did. Yes, I did. I was 19 years old when that happened. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So see, no, I don't want justice, darling. You can buy justice. You can buy justice. They can sit down there and make anything look anyway. When they want something to go down, then they can go down. For those who have been falsely accused during an election year, when somebody's trying to sit up there and get reelected, they got to have somebody pay for something. They would sit down there and Jimmy rig something or Jerry rig something or whatever, or put some shit together so that they can let the public think that everything is okay because they got somebody. Look at the Atlanta child murderers, honey. Y'all think that child did that shit, don't you? And every time he opened up his mouth, it said that he wasn't the one to do that one. He did something, but not that. Huh? But because it went away, honey, yeah, they bought that justice. They bought it. So no, I don't want justice. I want action. On that note, darling, you may finish all of your crumpets, baby, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea with Big Meats on this edition of the Dishing Tea Entertainment Corona Chronicles. If you love me, tell a friend, honey. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this: one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that I do will move forward. Now, I have to return a phone call because somebody's been trying to call me, and I'm going to return this phone call. So please don't call me so I can make this phone call. And I'll be on my way. So, honey, thank you guys for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. Share this video with anybody. Particularly if you know somebody who's a police officer or whatever, challenge them to listen to this. Okay? Challenge them to listen to this. Get this discussion going. And let's see what we could do to galvanize. And remember, let's find these t-shirts. If I find it, y'all follow my Facebook page especially. Because if I find out how to buy those t-shirts, let's make sure we buy a t-shirt. Y'all got stimulus money. Hopefully you still got some left. Let's buy a t-shirt so we can support the family, so they can get their coin together to beat this case. They need to make sure those motherfuckers go to jail. You understand? That's what this is. I'll talk with y'all again soon. Woo-hoo!